What up, though? You already know how it go. Make sure you smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. You dig? Hey, I want to talk about the collective of stories I got from over 10 people, 15, 20 people, man, and countless comments. I want to talk about the best friends. You know, the 80s era, the early 90s era when the boys was getting money. It wasn't about gang banging and none of that stuff. Everything that was going down was about some money. I ain't saying to make it right, but I mean, damn, if you're going to do all that, can you have a purpose behind it? So let's just sum up some of these stories. That's just what I want to do. So the plug was Demetrius Holloway. That was the plug. That was the guy with the real cash. Had mansions throughout the city, mansions in Chicago, New Fluky, all types of exotic cars, businesses, so on and so forth. That was Demetrius Holloway. Now his successor and business partner was Maserati Rick, who was eventually killed, I believe, in a hospital. Not too sure who did it. Nate Boone told the story on it, said it didn't happen when he tried, and I don't know. You never know with that cat what you're gonna get or what you're gonna hear. So anyway, he ended up getting murked in a hospital. So Ponytail ended up getting the plug. A guy named Ponytail, which I'm gonna have him on soon. Hopefully tell his side of the story. You know what I'm talking about? So Ponytail ended up getting the plug. Ponytail had a bunch of businesses, hair salons, houses, gambling spots. Like, he was doing his thing, man. So he eventually hooked up with a guy named Clifford Jones, which Juice said that people told him and warned him that it's probably not the guy you want to get with. Now, I don't know Clifford Jones. I wasn't around that area. I wasn't thought of. But from what I hear about him, he what Preacher was in Harlem. He might not have been the best hustler in the world, the best finesser, but off the muscle, he can get anything, and he put himself in the right situations, and people was hiring him for muscle. That's basically how he was coming up, extorting people, giving them drugs, robbing them, allegedly. This is what people were saying. I'm not sure if Clifford Jones was really doing this or not. This is what people say. So he hooked up with Ponytail, and, people started being divided. People were scared. People was getting robbed. People was getting murdered. People was getting kidnapped, beat. You know what I'm saying? People knew where the drop-off spots was, and they was all blaming it on Cliff Jones. Now, like I said, I don't know if he did it or not. So, the best friends, I believe that name came from a bag that they had put down over there. Like Bush Jones put down a bag named Uchi Khan, and they end up, or excuse me, Coochie Khan or something like that, and that's where Uchi Khan got his name from. When he was rapping, somebody was like, man, that's straight dope, and gave him the name. So anyway, Polo was also around at that time. He had marijuana. I didn't know marijuana was selling like that around there. You feel me? Around that time. But I guess they made a lot of money off of it. You feel me? So this is a basis of what was going on. The story again, juicier and juicier. And, Eddie Jackson, he been telling story, Eddie Jackson Jr., about figures like World Benji Kincaid, which is in the Michigan Department of Correction, serving a life sentence. Not a natural life, but a life sentence. Right now, he on a court writ, I believe, with the feds. I don't know if he's going to get more time, but he did like 30 years, came home for a few months and got caught with a bunch of work, and they sent him back, and he been there ever since. Maybe he did like 20-some years. No, he did 30-something. Been back for 10 years or whatnot, man. Wasn't even out a whole year and already was back. But World Benji, he had a brother in the street putting it down with the work, and Benji, I guess, had some plugs. So when guys would come to prison, he will hook them up, and you come back to prison, you don't pay that. Well, he got an army of dudes ready to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? The dude had a strong mind, so I guess he was extorting and trying to squeeze people. Eddie Jackson said he wasn't squeezing people out of money; he was doing it for work. But it's like, why not get the money? Because you still got to flip the work. Or maybe he was sending the work to somebody that was getting it off and making more. So if the brick was 15, they probably make 50 off of it, breaking it down 100 or whatever it was going for back then. So, I mean, that could make sense. But me personally, if I'm going to extort somebody out of something, let me get the money, not the drugs, because that's a double hustle. That's like, me robbing you for a coat. Instead of the $500 you got in your pocket, I got to go sell the coke too. So I'm taking double risk, and I got to double hustle it. But anyway, Benji was putting these type of plays down, and a man of his stature, that's only 5'7", 5'8". It's like, how does he do that? But a powerful mind go a long way from what they say. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be more stories coming out about that. Benji was looking to sell his life rights when I talked to him, and I know he's talking about he messing with Al Prophet, but I'm gonna try to get a few words from him just to speak on a few things. I talked to the brother a few times. He's still in good spirits, still feel like he the man, even though times in prison changed. I get you guys don't respect him like they used to, but he's still a respectable man, and people who know, they know. You feel me? Especially people that was in the streets in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They know about that name, World Benji Kincaid. That was supposedly the guy who put the hit on Maserati Rick. Supposedly had him took out, like, or, you know, had him shot up at a store or something like that, and then finished off at the hospital. I'm not sure. Don't get into it. I might have it confused. Eddie Jackson spoke out against Juice. They like, man, who is Juice? We don't know him, such and such, such and such. But a lot of people told me Juice the real deal. You did on tomorrow, and that's from Street Lord Wine on down. Say Juice the real deal, did it the right way, and then go out like that. You know, Eddie Jackson popping and stuff, but it's getting juicy. And for all the people commenting, like one guy commented, he's like, man, before they even get on Vlad TV or get a follow-up interview, they beefing with each other and black men and the Jews. Bro, it ain't that deep, man. Them brothers, the Juice and Eddie Jackson ain't about to meet up and shoot it out. You know what I'm saying? And have brothers spinning the block on each other, man. This is verbal tongue wrestling. They go on all the time. Guys trying to make $1 and get their story out there and clear up rumors and speculations. Guys who really live. This YouTube is a retirement plan for old gangsters that really got stories, because, you know, a lot of them that come from the streets and did all that stuff and did all that time, they don't have a penny to their name because they lost it all. They didn't know what they was doing. They were so young. These boys 19, 20, ride around getting 100,000 every other day, 300,000. They didn't know what they was doing. So this is like a pension for them. You know what I'm saying? Not a retirement pen, but a nice little pension. You know what I'm saying? You might have to work another job, but it's a pension for you to get you some income for your hardships and what you went through. You did what I'm talking about? One thing about these stories I noticed, bro, all the grimy people really win. All the people that stayed loyal and didn't tell and didn't do nothing, you know, dishonorable, they lost. They lost. The guys that told, they got back out here, houses, money, fear still. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all be thinking because the guy told he ain't going to be able to go back to the neighborhood, or he ain't going to be able to hit some of the same connections up. Guys be like, you ain't telling me you did what you did to get up out that situation. You feel me? They all won. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna show the Alpos, the Tekashis versus the Juices, the this and that, the Bush Jones, and show you both sides of the spectrum. Like, damn, that telling really a tool, and they was using it. They was employing it. A lot of guys went down and took their time, and then time wasn't what it was back then. You wasn't getting natural life for a brick, you know, or a life sentence for a brick. I believe I even seen somewhere where they gave 3 brothers here natural life for a brick. I'm like, for a bunch of bricks. I'm like, damn, I didn't know you can get a nat for it. I knew you get life, but I didn't know you get a nat for it. And the 650 laws came, and people was getting a lot more time. But back then, they wasn't getting a whole bunch of time getting caught at work. You get caught with a brick, do 3 years. Right back out. Wasn't no need to tell nobody. Now they come and you get caught with a brick. Here go a license. You got to do a minimum of 25 before you eligible for parole. And you still might not get parole. But these stories, they getting real juicy. One thing about it, too, when I work with brothers, man, throw me a bone back when I put you and get you in monetization status. The brothers, they be getting their monetization status, and they just, you don't hear from them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, shoot, I'm there. Let me say this and do this myself. But I get it, though. It's business. But throw your brother a bone. You feel me?
What up, though, Detroit? So, you already know the deal. Just giving a shout out to Petty Tupac TV. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know the deal. We have to support everybody's businesses, and, you already know how it goes. We support each other, you know what I'm saying? Make Detroit win.